Greetings, true believers. It's your old pal Spider-Man. Good morning, Kadre. Good morning, everybody. Today we're going to continue on using some Stirling soap because it's Stirling week on the shaving Kadre. And we're going to be using Ozark, which is a very woody, it's got a lot of pine in it. But I live in Missouri and we have the Ozarks, and so I bought Ozark. It's a little bit heavier on pine than I would have cared for. I did bloom this a little bit, so I'm dumping off my bloom water. It's a little bit heavier on pine for my taste. I was hoping for a bit more balance with it, but I do still kind of like it. I didn't really pick out a brush. Let's go ahead and use our TSC Legacy brush. Probably would have gone with a Badger, but for simplicity, since I didn't pre-soak anything, let's just grab a synthetic. So this one has the TSC coin in the bottom. Really awesome wood made by Eric Sorrentino. This one is really strong. This one is a 3.5 to a 4 on the scent scale. And of course, that's out of 5. But I want to have some good lather today, so I'm kind of going the extra mile, getting some extra stuff on there, lathering a little bit more than I need to, but who am I kidding? I got a lot of soap, so there's no sense in skimping. I want to make sure we get it nice and hydrated, so just adding some water to my brush. Best way for me, I found, is just to grab some water out of the faucet and drizzle in a few drops at a time. Very strong scent in the lather. I love it when you lather the soap and you can still smell it in the lather. It doesn't go away. To me, this is more of a like Christmassy scent. Like it's just like it's so heavy in the pine. It'd be a good Christmassy or fall, at least a fall scent. But still like it. Okay, so today I'm going to be using my Weck. There's been a lot of discussion on the forums about the Weck. A couple of people have recently gotten the Weck Sexto Blades, which is a straight razor style that takes the hair shaper blades, so it's like a shavette. But my favorite razor of all time is this. This is the Weck Med Prep Open Comb. I love it because it takes the hair shaper blades, and when you compare this thing to a standard double edge razor, you can see it is much wider, and so you just shave a much bigger area. Even comparing it to the Mongoose, which is a feather style single edge razor, it's wider than the Mongoose. So this is pretty much the widest razor that you can find. We're going to use the Persona hair shaper blades. I'm going to show you how to load it real quick. So hair shaper blades, it's a longer, skinnier, single edge style razor. So you just got to take the cardboard wrapper off. There we go. And you're going to take the spine edge and basically load it like an injector. So you're just gonna slide it in from the side. Line up the spine into the groove and then just push it in. Make sure it's evened up on the sides, and it's not going to, I don't know if you can see it, it doesn't quite go all the way to the edge, so nothing blade-wise is sticking out of the sides. There are cutouts on the back of the razor so that you can easily push the blade to get it started, to get it out. So this little cutout here allows you to easily push that out. But this right here, favorite razor ever. I love the width of it. I love the fact that it reduces the number of strokes that I need. And just gives me a great shave. I was a big fan of the Weck Sexta blade, which again is a straight razor style, and the Weck Bantam, which is the slightly shorter straight razor style, which is kind of cool for travel. I mean, not that it's much smaller, but it does take up a little bit of less space in your dock kit. And if you ever heard of the Weck hair shapers, it's the exact same size as the Bantam. So a lot of hairdressers use those to cut hair. I actually do have a couple of hair shapers that are the same size as the Sexta blades. Those are pretty rare. I know for straight razor shaving, most people want the Sexta blade because it is bigger and it is the same size as a traditional straight razor, and don't prefer the smaller size of the Bantam or the hair shapers. Another thing is the Bantam and the Sexta blade came with guards. You would slide over the blade, and it was like training wheels for shaving. Keeps you from getting the blade too steep, and pretty much almost prevents you from being able to cut yourself with it. It's like a safety razor guard, so it almost turns it into a hybrid, like the edge of a DE and a straight razor mixed. But these are all vintage from the 1900s to 1920s, maybe a little bit later than that, I'm not sure when they stopped making them. So obviously, when you're buying vintage stuff like that, sometimes if people didn't use the guards, then they just got discarded, or they got lost or separated. And so a lot of times you find them and they don't have the guard with them. But the hair shapers, if you get a hair shaper, it may also have a guard, and most likely does. However, the guard cannot be used for shaving. It's a different geometry to the guard, and the way the tines poke out, they actually go over the top of the blade instead of stopping short of the blade, so there's no way for the blade to contact your face with the hair shaper guards. So today, slightly later day than normal. I did sleep in a little bit. I've got some low back pain that's been really bothering me. And so they're sending me in for an MRI to see if they can find anything actually wrong with it. I'm hoping they do, because otherwise the recommendation is to just manage my pain with medication and some other things, which I don't want to manage my pain. I want to fix it so I don't have any pain. So we're going in for the MRI and hopefully find out something. A little bit of touch up and we'll be good to go. So there we go, Weck. Now there are two. Didn't actually talk too much about this one. If you're getting the Weck Open Comb Med Prep, there are actually two different ones. This one has the more ergonomic handle of the two, I believe. You can see it's kind of got a flatter profile from the side and wider from the top, and it does have these little grooves on the side, which are perfect for handling. That's exactly where I would hold a razor anyways. And the other one just has a thinner, straight handle. Both work well. I just prefer this one ergonomically. But aside from that, I really don't know too much about the razor. I haven't been able to dig up much information aside from that it was used in hospitals and it was a like procedural prep razor, so they would like shave your skin before you have surgery with that razor, and it was that's about it. That's about all I've been able to dig up. But I just know for using it for shaving purposes, I just love it, and I don't use it as often as I should or I would like to, but it definitely is my favorite razor of all time. I do have a small collection of Weck razors. So, witch hazel. And didn't really pick out an aftershave, but we just use that. Let's go, why not? We're gonna use some Captain's Choice Venture. So as you know, the Venture is the Creed Aventus clone. Unfortunately, doesn't have super longevity, but the scent of it is pretty nice. All right, so that was my shave for today. Hopefully we'll see you guys on the forums. If you're not a member of the Shaving Cadre forum yet, come join us. Lots of good things going on. Always have a good time. And come say hi. We'll see you later.